Swanika, and thank you for joining us for the morning edition of NBT World Brief. You're with me, Tra Thirakalsan. Prime Minister Anutin Chanvirakul has ordered a review of railway crossing safety measures following Saturday's deadly collision between a freight train and a public bus in Bangkok that killed 8 people. The Prime Minister says authorities must thoroughly investigate the incident before introducing measures to prevent similar accidents in the future. He noted that past CCTV footage showed trains had stopped when obstacles were detected on the tracks, but added that authorities can no longer allow dangerous railway crossings to remain unchanged and must find ways to reduce the number of crossing points to improve safety.
ถ้าคิดเร็วๆตอนนี้ก่อนหรือเช่นก็ต้องถ้าจะเอาความปลอดภัยแบบ 100% เลยไม่ให้เกิดแบบนี้อีกไม่ว่าจะมีการประมาทเลินเล่อหรือไม่ก็ตามก็ต้องมานั่งดูขุดอุโมงค์ได้ไหมนะครับเพราะตรงนี้มันก็เป็นแยกแต่ว่ามีกี่แห่งเราก็ต้องดูแต่มันจะมีจุดตัดตรงนี้จุดตัดตรงนานะครับก่อนจะถึงมักกะสันก็ถ้ามันเกิดเหตุเช่นนี้แล้วมันก็คงเราก็ต้องผมก็ต้องให้แนวทางไปกับทางการรถไฟแห่งประเทศไทยว่าจะต้องมีการดำเนินการที่เราจะไปพึ่งพาดุลพินิจของนายสถานีหรือผู้ให้อนุสัญญาเนี่ยอย่างเดียวไม่ได้หรอกเพราะตอนนั้นมัน human error เกิดได้ตลอดเวลาเราจะไม่รับความเสี่ยงเรื่อง human error ใดๆมันก็จะต้องมีการดำเนินการหาทางเลี่ยงนะครับ
The Prime Minister also visited injured victims and held an urgent meeting with relevant agencies. He instructed the State Railway of Thailand and the Bangkok Mass Transit Authority to provide maximum compensation and support for both the injured and the families of those killed, while also focusing on mental and physical rehabilitation for survivors. Meanwhile, the Central Institute of Forensic Science says the process of identifying the victims is ongoing. Relatives have begun submitting DNA samples for comparison, and officials expect the identities of all victims to be confirmed by Tuesday, pending final verification by Makasan police investigators. The Rajatewi District Office is also asking relatives or close contacts of passengers on bus route 206 traveling between Bang Na and Bang Khaen who are still unaccounted for to urgently contact authorities through the district office hotline, which can be reached at 063-918-7654. Police have filed initial charges against a train driver and a railway signal officer following the deadly train and bus collision in Bangkok as investigators continue gathering evidence and questioning witnesses. Police say the crossing where the crash occurred has long suffered from heavy congestion and vehicles blocking the tracks, though no accident this serious had happened before. Investigators have already filed charges against the train driver, while the bus driver remains hospitalized with serious injuries and has not yet been able to provide testimony. Metropolitan Police Commissioner Sayam Bunsom says that investigators are reviewing all available evidence, including CCTV footage, witness testimony, and technical data to determine who may have acted negligently and whether all safety procedures were properly followed. Police also report that the train driver tested positive for narcotics, while the signal officer tested negative. CCTV footage shows the railway officer waving a red warning flag to indicate the crossing was not safe, but the train did not stop or slow down before crashing into the bus and striking other vehicles nearby. The black box data shows the train was traveling at 35 kilometers per hour and that the emergency brake was activated only about 100 meters before impact, while a freight train carrying heavy containers normally requires nearly 2 kilometers to come to a complete stop. Authorities also confirmed that the railway signaling system was functioning normally, but the crossing barrier failed to block traffic. A new opinion survey by NBT poll shows that many Thais remain hopeful about the country's education system, but are also calling on the government to urgently address inequality and ensure that free education is truly free. The survey conducted by NBT poll in partnership with the Thailand Education Partnership gathered opinions from 1,310 respondents between April 30th and May 5th under the topic New School Term Hopes 2026, Reflections to the Education Minister on Tackling Inequality. Now, when asked whether Thailand's education system can provide a better future for children, more than 41% said they were fairly confident, while almost 30% said they were not very confident. On whether schools and teaching methods can help Thai students think critically, work effectively, and adapt to the modern world, about 46% of respondents rated the system as fairly good. However, about 34% said it was not very good, citing an overemphasis on memorization and limited real-world application. Respondents said the government's most urgent issue to address is inequality in education quality, especially the gap between schools in local communities and those in urban areas. Others pointed to heavy academic workloads with limited practical use, as well as concerns over student safety and mental health, including bullying, drugs, and stress. When asked what they want the education minister to prioritize within the next year, the top response was making free education genuinely free, followed by reducing redundant projects and paperwork burdens for teachers. As for what would clearly show that education in Thailand is improving, the largest group of respondents said that graduates should be able to find jobs in their field with fair salaries, while others highlighted stronger English communication skills and the ability to compete internationally. And lastly, a new art exhibition in southern Thailand is turning natural colors into contemporary creativity, showcasing artwork inspired by local wisdom. The exhibition, now on display at the Art Gallery of Yala Ratchapat University, features works by artist Siddhichok Nuomcharan. Drawing from his travels across Thailand, the artist studied local knowledge and traditional techniques involving natural dyes. He later developed these ideas into his own artistic methods, including watercolor, powdered pigments, crayons, indigo tie-dye, eco-printing, and color extraction from plants, flowers, leaves, soil, rocks, and minerals. The exhibition presents contemporary artworks and promotes the transfer of knowledge that communities can develop into careers and creative businesses while encouraging the sustainable use of local natural resources.
ทางหอศิลป์แล้วก็คณะติดต่อไปว่าแบบเชิญอาจารย์มาแสดงงานที่นี่แต่ว่าอยากให้มาแสดงงานแบบพิเศษหน่อยก็คือเหมือนกับว่าเป็นงานที่สร้างแรงบันดาลใจกับนักศึกษาก็เลยเกิดเป็น2งานเป็นงานนิทรรศการศิลปะสีธรรมชาตินะครับแล้วก็เป็นงานที่เกี่ยวกับงานจัดกิจกรรมแล้วก็ให้ความรู้กับบุคคลทั่วไปเรื่องเกี่ยวกับทำสีเทียนเทคนิคสีฝุ่นแล้วก็สีน้ำใช้สีครามภาคใต้ใช้เทคนิคสีธรรมชาติต่างๆแล้วก็เป็นเครื่องมือในการนำเสนอแต่ว่าอาจจะโชคดีในวันที่เครื่องมือตรงเนี้ยพอมันไม่ใช่แค่งานศิลปะอย่างเดียวอะแต่มันเป็นการแบ่งปันสู่ชุมชนเราเทคนิคของเรามันทำบนผ้ามันไปแบ่งปันกับอาชีพกับชาวบ้านกับชุมชนเกิดอาชีพใหม่ๆได้ไงครับ
Assistant Professor Sawapon Jantarasakun, Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, says the exhibition is expected to inspire students through both artistic expression and the deeper ideas and philosophy behind the works, while also supporting the growth of the creative economy. The exhibition runs through June 26 at the Yala Rajapat University Art Gallery. It is open weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with free admission for visitors. And that wraps up our morning news report. Stay updated with the latest developments and more stories. Simply scan the QR code on your screen to access our full coverage across all media platforms. Until next time, I'm Pra Thirakalsan. สวัสดีค่ะ